Portuguese Golden Residence Permit Program. Introduction. On August 9, 2012, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Internal Administration of Portugal jointly passed the Act No. 29, and the Portuguese Investment Immigration Program, ARI, which is also known as the Golden Residence Permit, GRP, was officially promulgated on October 8, 2012. For the purposes of obtaining ARI, the minimum quantitative requirements imply at least one of the following investments in Portugal. A. Capital transfer with a value equal to or above €1 million. B. The creation of, at least, 30 jobs, or C. Purchase of real estate property with a value equal to or above €500,000. The above investment shall be maintained for at least 5 years. The status of the Portuguese Golden Residence Permit is granted in the form of a Golden Residence Permit card. Applicants are entitled to an initial 1-year permit, with subsequent 2-year renewals, 1+2+2. Subsequently, on January 25, 2013, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Internal Administration of Portugal jointly signed the Special Regulations on the Improvement and Promotion of the Right of Residence granted to nationals of third states, hereinafter referred to as the Order. Amended the October 8, 2012 Bill, clearing the citizens outside the EU that meet any of the following investment requirements to apply for a Golden Residence Permit. These include: A. Capital transfer with a value equal to or above €1 million. B. The creation of at least 10 jobs, or C. Purchase of real estate property with a value equal to or above €500,000. At the same time, the above investment shall be maintained for at least 5 years. The order also stipulates that upon renewal of the residence permit, the applicant will be required to provide evidence that the applicant has satisfied the minimum domestic residence time limit, that is, the applicant needs to stay for a cumulative or continuous period of 7 days in the first year, and 14 days in the following 2-year periods. One of the most convenient ways to apply for the Portuguese Golden Residence Permit is to purchase local property worth at least €500,000. Investment amount: purchase property worth at least €500,000. Property types: residential, commercial, industrial or agricultural land. There is no limitation on the amount of real estate that can be purchased. An applicant can buy one or more properties, as long as the investment amount is no less than €500,000. Applicants can also pool their funds to purchase more expensive properties as long as the total investment amount for each applicant is at least €500,000. Real estate use: the applicant has full permanent ownership of the property and all of the rights therein. There are no restrictions on residing in it or leasing out the property. Application requirements: the Portuguese Golden Residence Permit Act provides the following conditions for approval. The main applicant needs to meet the following requirements: at least 18 years old and above, non-European citizen, purchase of personal health insurance, no criminal history, purchase of property. The dependents who meet the following conditions can choose to apply for the Golden Residence Permit: family reunion. 1. The legal spouse. 2. Children of the applicant and or spouse under 18 years of age or disabled children under their guardianship. 3. Minors adopted by an unmarried applicant. By a married applicant, following a decision made by the relevant authority of the country of origin, provided that its legal framework comprises the same rights and duties of natural filiations and provided that such decision is confirmed by the Portuguese government. 4. Adult children over the age of 18, that are unmarried and dependent of the couple or of one of the spouses, and study in an education establishment, regardless of the country in which that establishment is located. 5. Dependent parents of the applicant or of their spouse. 6. Minor siblings, provided they are under the custody of the applicant, in according with a decision made by the relevant authority of the country of origin, and provided that such decision is confirmed by Portugal. 1+2+2, after the applicant has been approved, the Golden Residence Permit card, hereinafter referred to as the residence card, is valid for 1 year and then renews every 2 years. I.E.1+2+2+. 7+14+14, Golden Residence Permit Program is more lenient compared to other immigration programs. The applicant is required to continuously or cumulatively stay for a period of 7 days during the first year in Portugal, and for a period of 14 days during the subsequent 2-year periods. 5. Golden Residence Permit holders may apply for permanent residence in Portugal after they have held the residence card for 5 years, and then the applicants can sell their real estates, which does not affect their permanent residency status. 6. Golden residence permit holders can apply for Portuguese naturalization once they have held the golden residence permit card for 6 years. Applicants who have Portuguese passports, which is the third most powerful passport in the world, can visit 172 countries visa-free. 60,90. According to the new regulations, the relevant authorities must reply within 90 days for the applicant's first application and reply within 60 days for the applicant's permit renewal. Application process. 1. Applicants must first obtain a Schengen visa before visiting Portugal to inspect the property. 2. The applicant then chooses a real estate property, pays a deposit. 3. The applicants sign the relevant agreements, including the real estate promissory contract, that is, the formal real estate purchase agreement, legal service agreement, tax representative service agreement, power of attorney and other documents. Then the applicants with the help of lawyers open a bank account and with the help of a tax representative apply for a tax number in Portugal. 4. The applicants can depart from Portugal and return to their country of origin. 5. The applicants need to pay the remaining balance of the purchase and transfer the public deed, with the assistance of lawyers. 6. Applicants visit Portugal for a second time to pay immigration fees, provide biometric information, fingerprints, photographs, signature, and submit the application documents. 7. Applicants wait for approval of the Golden Residence Permit application. 8. The application is approved. 9. Applicants pay the residence card processing fee. It may take up to 1 to 2 months to process. 10. On behalf of the applicant, the lawyer picks up the residence card from SEF, then mails it to the agency, who then transfers it to the applicant. Conditions of renewal. Applicants may apply for a golden residence renewal if they meet the following conditions. 1. The main applicant shall provide proof that the property is valued at not less than €500,000. 2. The lawyer will assist the applicant in contacting the Portuguese Inland Revenue Department and the IS to obtain a non-debt certificate. 3. Applicants are required to purchase private medical insurance with coverage of at least 2 years in Portugal. 4. To meet the requirements of residency, the applicant is required to continuously or cumulatively stay for a period of 7 days during the first year in Portugal, and for a period of 14 days during the subsequent 2-year periods. 5. Non-criminal record. Permanent residence application. Permanent residence permit, hereinafter referred to as permanent residence. Portugal permanent residence status is issued in the form of residence card. The applicant can receive a 5-year permanent residence card, hereinafter referred to as permanent residence card. The permanent residence card is issued by the Portuguese National Immigration Service. After the permanent residence application is approved, the applicant can sell the property. Applicants can apply for permanent residence in Portugal in the following way. 1. The applicant has held a Portuguese golden residence card for 5 years. 2. Provide proof of financial stability. If the applicant has a job, the applicant can provide proof of employment. 3. Provide proof of residence. The applicant must provide proof of housing property or a rental contract. 4. Provide a non-criminal record to prove that the applicant in the past 5 years must have any criminal history in Portugal. 5. Provide proof of tax payment. The lawyer or tax representative will assist the applicant in providing a non-debt certificate. 6. Provide proof of Social Security registration. Applicants are required to register with the Portuguese Social Security system to obtain valid documents such as Social Security numbers or registered documents. 7. The applicant must provide proof that they have reached a basic level of Portuguese. Permanent application. To meet the requirements of residency, the applicant is required to continuously or cumulatively stay for a period of 7 days during the first year in Portugal, and for a period of 14 days during the subsequent 2-year periods. 3 months prior to the expiration of the 2-year residence permit, the applicant must seek renewal and approval of their permit. The applicant can apply for permanent residence 3 months before the expiration of their second 2-year residence period. Essentially, the applicant can seek permanent residence status at the end of their 5th year. Permanent residence application. The applicants can reach a basic level of Portuguese in the following ways. 1. Official proof of language studies issued by a public, private or cooperative school approved by the Portuguese authorities. 2. Academic certificates issued by Portuguese schools approved by the Portuguese authorities, such as the Portuguese training course at the University of Lisbon. 3. The Basic Portuguese Test organized by the Portuguese Employment and Vocational Training Council (IEFP), or public, private or cooperative schools. 4. The Portuguese Assessment Institute provides the official language assessment for the applicants. For example, the applicants can obtain A1, A2 Portuguese certification if they pass the Basic Portuguese Test. According to the Portuguese standards, the A1 level is equivalent to a basic command of the Portuguese language. Maintain the permanent residence. 1. Permanent residence status is valid for life, but the permanent residence card must be renewed every 5 years. 2. Permanent residents are not allowed to leave Portugal for a continuous period of 24 months, or they may not leave Portugal for an accumulated period of 30 months within 3 years, otherwise the applicants will lose their permanent status. Note: 1. The applicants must meet the 2 requirements listed above to maintain their permanent residence status. 2. If an applicant who has obtained permanent residence status is able to provide documentation to prove that they are not in Portugal, but are engaged in professional or commercial activities or some social or cultural activities in their country of birth, even if they do not meet the above residence requirements, the applicant's permanent residence status will remain valid. Naturalization, citizenship. Application. According to the Portuguese Nationality Act, foreigners can acquire Portuguese citizenship through the following ways. 1. Through immediate family relationships. There are 2 cases involved. A minor child of a foreign parent who has acquired the Portuguese nationality may be naturalized. B. Through marriage with a Portuguese citizen. 2. Through adoption. 3. Meet the living conditions. Golden residence permit holders can apply for Portuguese citizenship using the third method, meeting the living conditions, if they meet the following application conditions. 1. At least 18 years of age. 2. Living legally in Portugal for at least 6 years. 3. Non-criminal record. 4. Have a sufficient mastery of Portuguese. 5. The applicants do not endanger or threaten national security and they are not involved in terrorist activities. It should be noted that golden residence permit holders can directly apply for citizenship without applying for permanent residence first if they have lived in Portugal for 6 years. Permanent residence is not a prerequisite for naturalization. Note: the mastery of Portuguese as described in application condition 4 can be evidenced by one of the following ways. 1. Earning a certificate issued by a public, private or cooperative educational institution approved by law, certifying that the holder has participated in a Portuguese language class for at least 2 academic years and has obtained a certified result. 2. Obtaining a Portuguese certificate from a Portuguese public educational institution or a Portuguese certificate issued by an educational institution recognized by the Commonwealth Instituto de Cooperação e da Língua, IP outside of Portugal. 3. Passing the Portuguese exam at the Accreditation Center of the Portuguese Ministry of Education and Science and obtaining a certificate. 4. Running an A2 or higher level examination certificate issued by the public education institutions, employment centers or training centers. Advantages of obtaining Portuguese citizenship include: after obtaining Portuguese nationality, the applicant can apply for a Portuguese passport and a visa-free access to 172 countries around the world, including Canada, Japan, Switzerland, Australia, New Zealand and other major Western countries. They can also live, study, work and do business in the other 27 EU countries and enjoy the same benefits as local citizens. Application conditions for naturalization of children born in Portugal. If a child's parent does not have Portuguese citizenship but satisfies some of the conditions of naturalization, non-criminal record and mastery of Portuguese, the child who is born in Portugal may apply for Portuguese citizenship as long as he/she meets one of the following conditions. 1. At least one of their parents has legally lived in Portugal for at least 5 years. 2. The minor completes the first phase of basic education in Portugal, Portuguese primary school grade 1 to 4. Portuguese Golden Residence Permit. Advantages. 1. The application process is simple and fast. 2. One person applies, but 3 generations can benefit. After 5 years an applicant can apply for permanent residence, and after 6 years they can apply for Portuguese citizenship. 3. The application conditions are lenient: no proof of funding, no business background requirements, no educational background or language requirements, and no age limit. 4. The applicants only need to spend 7 days in Portugal during the first year, and only 14 days out of the subsequent 2-year periods. 5. Golden residence permit holders can work, do business and open companies in Portugal. 6. Property rights are held for life, and right now is the best time to invest Portuguese real estate. Portuguese housing prices continue to grow, and the third quarter of 2016 increased by 7.6% and real estate transaction volume increased by 15.8%. The real estate can be sold after 5 years, once permanent residence status is established. 7. The real estate can be rented out, so the rent can provide a stable income. The applicants can also gain value-added returns in the future. 8. Applicants who receive a Golden Residence Permit card can have free and easy access to 26 Schengen countries. 9. Applicants can also benefit from Portugal's many public welfare benefits, including 12 years of free compulsory education, university credits can be exchanged with other European countries, an advanced healthcare system, ranked 12th in the world, which is ahead of the USA, Australia and other countries. 10. No global asset taxes, residents do not pay taxes on assets located outside of Portugal. 11. Geographical advantages, located on the west coast of the continent, Portugal is Europe's link to the world. 12. Excellent quality of life, Portugal has a long history and vibrant culture, its people are friendly and warm, the crime rate is very low, and the climate is pleasant. 13. Low cost but high quality lifestyle, the capital, Lisbon, ranks 134th in the world for cost of living, much lower than most capital cities, while the quality of life in Lisbon rank 42nd in the world, ahead of both New York and Chicago.